Gold has long been the lifeblood of the economy.
Who are the ones benefiting from this profits?
The government has launched what may become one of the most consequential reforms in the modern history of Ghana's mining sector.
We have gold, and we keep complaining that the country, the economy is... It's just recently that we have heard that the economy is getting better.
They've done a tremendous job.
The audit is set to run from November 1st, today, 2025, through to... This audit includes verifying production volumes, checking mineral flows, ensuring tax or royalty compliance, and all the gold mines, whether small or large scale, whatever they are doing. The revenue, where is it going to? It is going to help in the prices of gold. It is going to help it go up, as currently we are seeing that it is above. We heard from the governor of the Bank of Ghana. He stated it how the gold board has helped.
From March up to probably last week, they've brought in about $8 billion.
The audit has already seen the revocation of small-scale mining licenses, and as I speak to you, about 300 small-scale miners, their geoma licenses.
At least, I'm sure, by next week when we announce it, at least 250 licenses will be revoked.
The government will not ban small-scale mining today nor tomorrow. The small-scale mining has produced the largest.
The small-scale sector has exceeded gold exports from the large-scale sector, showing clearly that the small-scale sector is a very important and critical sector.
Anglo Gold, Ashanti Goldfields pursues mining, Ashanti Gold Corporation, and the China's Zijin. Are they not producing now? Because Finance Minister Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa lays new legislative instruments in Parliament to effectively repeal LI 2462, which allows they are all going through the proper scrutiny because they are not above the law.
In the light of continued public outcry as a listening government, and after complete consultation and review with experts, it was very clear that we could completely revoke that LI.
And also, revenue that you're bringing to the government, is it now? We are still on the fight against galamsey, and we all know that Ghana is one of Africa's largest gold producers, and this is good. But the question here is, who are the ones benefiting from this profits? Is it the government? Is it the gold miners? Who are the ones benefiting this profits? Because we have gold, and we keep complaining that the country, the economy is... It's just recently that we have heard that the economy is getting better. But who are those benefiting? That is the question. And that is why Ghana has launched its most extensive audit of its mining industry in a decade, with particular focus on gold mining sector.
Gold has long been the lifeblood of the economy. Ghana is stepping into a new era, one defined not just by extraction, but by accountability, transparency, and the determination to claim its rightful share of the wealth that lies beneath its soil. The government has launched what may become one of the most consequential reforms in the modern history of Ghana's mining sector, the most extensive mining audit in a decade. And this isn't just a routine check. It is a forensic deep dive into 10 years of mining operations, a sweeping examination of production volumes, royalties, tax compliance, and environmental practices affecting some of the biggest names in global mining.
Help us know what is going on in the gold mining sector, as to where the revenue is going, as to whether they are using proper equipment for the gold mining. And I mean, everything that is going on there, we'll get to know about it. And so this is very, very important. Now, the audit is set to run from November 1st, I mean today, 2025, through to June 2026, led by the Minerals Commission, along with forensic accountants and independent consultants. This is good news. We are hoping that everything that they are going to, starting from today through to June 2026, it is going to be of a good cause that can help end galamsey. Yes. Now, this audit includes verifying production volumes, checking mineral flows, ensuring tax or royalty compliance, and reviewing environmental or social permits. And so all the gold mines, whether small or large scale, whatever they are doing, the revenue, where is it going to? Are they bringing everything on board? Whatever they are using in the mining, the equipment, are they proper equipment that they are supposed to use in mining? Are they doing it properly? And all that. So like I said, this audit is really going to help, and it's going to help to end galamsey. So this is good news. Now, another thing is that it is going to help in the prices of gold. It is going to help it go up, as currently we are seeing that it is above 4,380 US dollars per ounce. And so at least large scale miners, small scale miners, I mean, it will help a bit. Not a bit, it will help. Economy, it will help. We heard from the governor of the Bank of Ghana. He stated it how the gold board has helped to stabilize the cedi, strengthen the cedi, and all that.
Right, so it all started from March this year, when decision was made to have a public institution that would be in charge or in control of the purchase, the selling, buying of gold, assaying of gold, export of gold. Why? Because we noticed there were a lot of leakages. There were all kinds of individuals that were involved in, buying gold, exporting gold. Now, when those exports were done, the foreign exchange was not returning to the country. And so that's how come Gold Board, which is a public institution, was set up from March this year. Since then, they've done a tremendous job. You can imagine it, from March up to probably last week, they've brought in about $8 billion US dollars just with this, this short time, span. And that has supported us in terms of our reserves build-up. What we do is we intermediate what comes from their angle, and then the rest goes into our reserves.
And so it is going to help the economy a lot. Now, another thing is that the audit has already seen the revocation of small-scale mining licenses and proper scrutiny for the large-scale mining. Now, let me come to the small-scale mining. We heard the acting Minister of the Environment, Environmental Minister, yes, where he has stated that they have gone through, they have checked, they have audited the small-scale miners, and looking at about 900 and something, and so at the end, about 250 they are going to revoke their license. And currently, as I speak to you, about 300 small-scale miners, their GMO license.
We just finished earlier the small-scale mining review. You will be shocked. Processes that should be followed were not followed. It was obvious that you have to be politically connected to get a license. It was very, very clear that if you do not have a political godfather, it will take you years to get a license. it was clear that the MCAS system that should allow everybody in the comfort of his room to see what is going on in the Minerals Commission was not happening. We initially came out with 907 licenses that had problems. But we didn't want to simply revoke the licenses. We gave opportunity to the small-scale miners to come in and show what they have. We've done the complete due diligence, and let me thank the chairman of the review, my able deputy minister, for this effort. I can tell you that the review is almost closed. At least, I'm sure, by next week when we announce it, at least 250 licenses will be revoked. I'm very sure about that one.
Yes. But the good news is that they can still apply with proper checks. This time around, they are going to check them properly to see that what they are doing. But you see, the problem I have here is that some time ago, per my checks, around March, CEO of Gold Board, which is Mr. Sami Jemfi, he stated that government will not ban small-scale mining today nor tomorrow. And in another video, he stated it clearly that the small-scale mining has produced the largest gold in the history. And that has helped them.
Close to 50 tons of gold as we speak. And that is gold from just the small scale sector. And for the first time in Ghana's history, gold export from the small scale sector has exceeded gold exports from the large scale sector, showing clearly that the small scale sector is a very important and critical sector that, as the president said, if properly harnessed, can really help the development and the transformation we all seek for our beloved country. And that is why he has established the Ghana Gold Board. And so we will not let the people of Ghana down. When you hear that we have exported over 50 tons of gold, because this month alone we are doing almost 9 tons of gold, then you know that this month alone we brought in nothing less than $900 million in Forex for the Bank of Ghana. And so if the Bank of Ghana has enough Forex liquidity for the market and for government obligations, and the CD is strong and stable, it is because of some of these things that the Gold Board is doing.
That means this large-scale mining, which is the Newmont, Anglo Gold, Ashanti, Goldfields, Perseus Mining, Ashanti Gold Corporation, and the China's Zijin, are they not producing now? Because with them, this audit that has been launched, they are going to take them through proper scrutiny. And with the small scale mining, which Mr. Sami Jemfi is saying that they are rather producing and have helped them rake about $80 billion from the gold industry. That means gold. No, I don't understand, because at this moment, based on the news I heard from UTV at the Shinstroma, they have stated it clearly from Ghanaian Times, that 300 small scale, and it is not just from UTV, it is all over. 300 small scale miners on license have been revoked. Anyways, but it is very important that we put them in check. And so if their license have been revoked, like I said earlier on, the good news is that they can still they can reapply, but this time around it is going to be in proper check. We've also heard that some of the small scale miners is just like Galamsey. But like I always say, let's trust His Excellency John Dramani Mahamad's words that he's going to put a stop to Galamsey. And so today, news reaching me is that Lance Minister Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa lays new legislative instruments in Parliament to effectively repeal LI 2462, which allows mining in forest reserves.
Protection, mining in forest reserves, revocation instrument 2025. If you recall, LI 2462, which was enacted in 2022 to ensure that environmental management principles are legally enforced in mining operations in forest reserves. It was obviously a public outcry that led to an amendment of that LI by deleting Regulation 32 to effectively limit the powers of the president to allow mining forest reserves. Obviously, that led to the new LI 2501, which was entered into force on June 2nd, 2025. However, in the light of continued public outcry as a listening government, and after complete consultation and review with experts, it was very clear that we could completely revoke that LI and to use the guidelines that was enacted in 2020. And so that's effectively what I've done today.
And so we are still on a good course to drive away galamsey. That's what I said earlier. We are still on the fight. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has already told us that we should keep up with the contribution. We should keep pressuring him, and I mean, everything will be fine. Talk of laying away galamsey. We should hear it very, very soon. And so with Newmont, which is one of the world's leading gold company and producer of copper, zinc, lead, and silver. We are in Ghana here, and they are part of the large-scale miners. With Anglo Gold Ashanti, Goldfields Precious Mining, Ashanti Gold Corporation, and China's Zijin, they are all going through the proper scrutiny because they are not above the law. Even though you are a large-scale miner, and we feel you are going to go through the audit. And also revenue that you are bringing to the government. Is it equipment you are using? And so that is what the audit is all about. And if you ask me, this is good news. We are going to have every bit of what is going on in the mining industry. As citizens, we don't just have to be spectators. We have to know what is going on. Now, going on, which is not say we are going to be just spectators. No. Let us talk about it, as His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has stated. Say we should keep up with our contribution, we should keep up with the pressuring, and then everything is going to be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, like I always tell you, we are clocking it. So with this good news, we are clocking it. Yeah.